Okay, and
Oh,
I'll move it up. Okay, there we go.
there we
So
are.
now you
Okay,
see.
yes.
Okay, so it took me the longest time to figure out how to uh, get the layers turning on and off like they should. But so these are the new base plan with the new hardscapes. And by the way, I put the patio on the same layer as the new walkway because you had mentioned it's going to be the same material. So hopefully that's okay.
Yep.
Concept plan.
Okay, go back to base plan.
Okay.
And base plan should not show walkway, driveway, or new fencing.
It should not show those things. Okay, so it's just the house.
House, porch, step, fence, and property, and the old trees in the back.
Okay, so we don't want the new driveway.
No.
We don't want the new fence. We don't want the new walkway. That's everything that is on base plan.
Right. So on base plan, if you move your cursor up there and right click over the word base plan up on the top there.
Okay, right click.
Update.
Okay, so that's base plan. Okay, good.
So it's now saved this way. That's what I'm going to look for when I'm marking it.
Okay, do I need to go here? Maybe I should move my tray over. Do I need to?
I can see it.
Okay, do I need to update that scene? Like if I go.
You just did.
Oh, I just did. Okay, so I just did. So I can do it either there or there. Now,
and you can test it by going to plan view. Go back to base plan again just to test it. Make sure. Yeah.
Okay, so that's good.
Yep. So plan view. You had a question?
Nope, that's fine. I guess the tree circles stay there because they're part of the starting
concept plan. Okay.
Concept plan. It's okay that the old trees aren't there.
Well, that's up to you, but I would say unless you're removing them from your future landscape, you probably want to keep them there.
Okay, so let me put them back in. No, I don't intend to remove them. Let's see, here we go. Existing trees, I'm turning that on. So that stays there. And
you can update that one now too.
Okay, I'll do it the way you suggested here.
Well, it's another way to do it. And there's probably 13 more ways I haven't found yet.
I'll update that one. And then in planting plan, I guess we want to have those existing trees on again.
There we are.
Okay, so that's good. Updating. So I need to bring this and this into layout.
Okay.
Now,
just a second. Did you also had a question about the face on that front walkway? Did that get answered?
I fixed it. I managed to fix it. You'll laugh at this, but I'm sure this has happened many a time. When I was drawing the new hardscape, it ended up attaching to the 6-inch elevation of the step instead of being on the ground, but I fixed that. And then if you want to make it a group, you have to select the edges and the face inside, if you're going to do something with that area.
That's
and you know what else I did? A couple of these plants, these are, I think, small upright evergreens, ended up floating at the level of the roof of the house. Ha, ha, ha.
Yes, that's why.
I fixed that.
You brought them back down to earth, did you?
Yes. And I said, well, these could be really progressive people, and there are plants that are suspended with aerial roots. This could be, right?
Now, while we're here, using the remote move from point and move to point, did you try that?
Yes. So I wasn't actually, say, moving something from the nursery and dragging it here. I put the point out there so I could move my mouse around here, and then it showed something going over there. I didn't have to actually, take this and put it in the spot, right? So I could stay.
Yeah. So you can kind of, that way you're in free space. You're not touching anything else. You're not getting caught up with the roof of the house or the top of the bottom step and those types of things.
And you know what else I did? I also used the orbit tool, and so I could see where ground level was.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So
okay, you're doing well. Yep.
These have to go into layout. Now I'm wondering if I can show
you may have to flip screens on your screen share.
Okay.
Go back to share and pick layout screen.
Okay. Good. So this is what I created. Now I just opened up a new layout page, new file, and just create it. So it's kind of a standalone thing. And I'm hoping that I can join it to all the others. As you can you see my tray over here?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
so it's just, I haven't even named the page. It's just sort of my page
Okay.
one.
Well, we can take it along with us into the other file right now if you want.
Okay, I'm guessing that I would take the previous layout file, and then I want to put in, page 4, 5, and 6, correct? Just add to what's already there?
Right. So
Okay.
because we're using a new SketchUp file, you can't just use that model image that's there. It will not update to what's in the new SketchUp file. So there's two ways of doing it. You can hit the plus sign and add a blank page.
Okay.
Let's do one of those.
Okay. So let's add a blank page. And what should I call it? Concept plan? Or
well, let's think about this for a second.
Okay.
What you've got here now is you got a blank page with no title block, nothing, right?
Right.
So let's just say, why don't we use this for your title block and bring it in from the other one? I'll show you how to do that while we're here.
Okay.
So you can, title page. So name it title page.
So instead of page 4, I'm just going to call it title page. Okay.
All right. Now click just below that, and then click on title page once and drag it up to the top.
Drag it so it's the above here, above
Yes.
site plan. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So now you've reordered it. So if you go to page 2, it's following page 1.
Okay.
All right. So now if you can go open up your other title page.
Okay. I'm just going to bring that one down. Final title page, that's here.
Okay, so what you do here, those are all objects on the screen or on the page, right?
Yeah, I took the trees from Scrapbook, and then I created this. I made this all in layout, right? And I created this sort of info block.
So they could be images, they could be model image, they could be editing from whatever's there. It doesn't matter.
Maybe it's Command A. I don't know.
Could be. Try it. Command A is select all.
Okay.
Now you use your copy. Go to your other file.
So let's
created the new first page, and we'll paste it in there.
Okay.
Now paste it there. So I think it's Command V.
Yeah. So Command V.
Done.
Okay.
You're done.
And just click off it.
You can click on white space, and they'll unselect, deselect.
Okay. Here we go.
All right. Now you could have done exactly the same thing for your new model image by having a blank page like that, and then done insert your new SU file, put it in, but you wouldn't have all your border around, right?
Okay.
So we've got a couple of things we can do. Let's create one new blank page.
Okay, so we're going to go over here and plus.
Yep.
And
now, okay, this should be called concept.
Okay. And it probably wants to go at the bottom?
Yep.
Okay. So then what I can do is just drag it down and put it down underneath number 5. So then it becomes number 5.
Now you see that it's completely empty. So go back to either your functional or site analysis, whichever one you want.
All right. Doesn't matter.
Let's select the border and everything in your title block.
Okay. So I'm going to select the border like so.
Hold shift. And
yeah.
Select, and either do a window around it or individual selection, whatever you want to do.
So I can just click all these, all these things. Okay. Even though it says functional diagrams, and it's not going to.
You can always change it, right?
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so I've got all these things selected.
Command C to copy.
Okay.
And then you go to concept page.
And just put my mouse there, and then Command V.
Yes.
Okay.
Now you can change it to assignment 4, and you can change the functional diagram. That's spelled correctly. Okay.
Okay.
You can change those titles, concept plan, stuff like that, right?
Yeah. So I can just click off it. Okay.
Now,
so I can. Okay. So
the next thing we can do is change. Let's add one for planting plan. So now you're going to duplicate this page because you got most of your stuff. You don't have to copy everything again.
Okay.
Right? So
Yes.
go to the center button up there and duplicate the page rather than adding a page.
Okay, so the center button, sorry, where am I looking?
On pages.
Pages. Okay, so this one here.
Yeah.
Click that.
Yeah. Give it a
And,
name, planting plan.
okay. Okay.
Okay. And then later you can change the titles and stuff, right?
Yeah, I'll go back later and, just make sure that it
Okay.
doesn't say that. Okay.
So it doesn't matter if you're on concept plan or planting plan, wherever you are, to bring this model image in, doesn't matter.
Okay.
So you want to go File, Insert.
All right. File, insert. And I'm going to find the SketchUp, the latest SketchUp one that I was working on.
Yep.
Okay, let me see. This one here. This is the latest one.
I believe you.
Okay. Anyway, so this is the concept plan, correct?
Okay. Now you want to set the scale
Okay. So
because
remind me.
it's already alive, right? So in
Yes.
your SketchUp tool tray, SketchUp model tool tray, you'll set the scale.
Okay, so that would be scaled drawing. So wait, can you remind me how to set the scale? As I said, I'm really drawing a blank.
I would, well, okay, let's try something. It was just in the, I've never done this before myself, but somebody found, right click over top of your model image.
Okay, it's selected, so I'll just right click.
No, you have to have your mouse over some object in there, either a face or something that's tight that's got lots of
Okay,
lines.
so
Try
right
one of
click.
your plants. All right, so go down to the bottom here, almost the bottom, say scale,
Yep.
and pick the scale you want.
When we're using 1 inch equals 8 feet, correct?
Or 1/8 inch equals a foot. It's exactly the same.
Okay. Here we go. This one here.
No, okay. Yep.
All right. Or where's the other 1/8 inch? I mean, I can do that for sure. There we go.
Is there. Either way.
Okay.
Now, what's happened is it scaled the model image, all right, but it has your blue outlines are cropping it. So you want to
Okay.
move your blue outlines out past your page, probably.
So do I want to diagonally pull or
Either way, doesn't matter.
so I can pull this up?
You can do the 4 straight lines, or you can do the 2 corners.
How much past the round border?
You can take it anywhere. It doesn't show up. It doesn't matter. This is a cropping mechanism, and it doesn't show up on any plan.
Okay, so I can just.
You just want to reveal all of your model image, what you want to do.
Okay, so
I'd probably go a little further than your border.
okay, so I can actually go all the way down, so it's under.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can go outside the page. You can go anywhere.
Oh, okay. I'll do that. I'll make it.
Okay. See, so now what you want to do is probably move that very, very slightly on the screen. So it's still selected. Bring your cursor in. You'll see you've got a move icon.
Yep.
Stick it on top of one of your plants because it won't do anything out there in the white.
All right. So click it on a plant and.
And so click and drag just to center it on the screen.
Sorry, it's not centered on the screen. You're saying?
It's not centered in the border. You've got too much white space on the right in front of the driveway, and you can move it to the right a little bit so that your back property line isn't so close to the border.
Too much space on the white. Okay, so sorry. Do I want to drag it this way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably move it up just a bit.
Okay.
So you don't want your tree to hit the border line up top, and you don't want your fence to hit the border line at the bottom.
Okay.
So you can center it there, and it doesn't matter where the blue border is, because as soon as you click in gray space someplace, the blue border is going to disappear anyway.
Okay, how does that look? That looks pretty good.
Oh, I like it.
Okay, so there we go. So that's good.
So if you click in gray space,
in gray space, just over here, anywhere.
Yeah, you'll see outside the blue border.
Okay, outside here. Okay.
You see now nothing is selected.
Okay.
That's why the blue border disappeared. Anytime you click an object in layout, it'll have a border around it.
Okay.
Any type of object you put in there. All right, so now you've got this on your concept plan. The thing is missing are your trees.
My trees.
The big trees. I thought
the existing trees.
Did we update? Just go back, because this is tied now to that SketchUp file.
Okay, so we're going to go back to the SketchUp file. Yes.
Yep.
And
So if you click on concept plan, what we didn't do was save it.
okay.
The file. Save the file.
Okay, so I just want to save this file like this. Save as.
No, save it as itself because it's the one that's referenced.
Okay,
You just want
so
to update it so everything that you change is updated.
cancel and then just save. Okay.
Now, in layout,
Okay, and go back to layout, which is here. Okay.
put your mouse over top of one of your really black plants, or I like to use the
Okay.
front porch, someplace where I know
Okay.
that I've got something underneath my cursor.
Okay.
Right click, update model reference.
Okay. Look at that.
Now,
I was going to say that the tree is not on the far left. Bottom tree is the end of the tree is not included in that blue border.
that's so you can move your blue border and get it.
Okay, so let me click on the blue border and move it laterally.
Right. However, what you don't want to do is have your lines of your drawing crossing your border lines of any sort. So we'll have to fix that. And there is a fix in the lesson because we knew that was going to happen.
Okay. So what?
When you unclick, it will show the rest of that tree.
Okay, when I unclick, I'll just click out here then. There we go.
Okay.
Okay.
So you've got the basic part of this done. Now what do we do about planting plan? If you make your model image active by clicking on it, select it.
Okay, just anywhere on it?
You have to click on something. See, because it's wireframe, you have to click on something that shows as a thing like that. All right, so now you can copy it.
Okay, so that would be Command C.
Okay, and you go to your planting plan page.
Command C, and go to planting plan page, and then put it here, and then Command B.
Okay, now it's not the correct scene. All you have to do is change the scene in SketchUp model tool tray on the right hand side.
So let me see if I can figure that out. Do I keep this selected or in the blue frame?
You have to have it selected, otherwise that tool tray is not made active.
Okay, so I'm going to go here and...
No, nothing to do with this. It's all the layout.
Okay, so what would I do next?
You go to the SketchUp model tool tray.
There, okay, good.
Okay, so here you see you have your scale is set. Your preserve scale on resize is set.
Yep, that's
The
good.
scene is concept plan. You don't want that for this page. You want to have the other scene.
Planting plan, okay. And now that I've done that, and then that's it, just click off it?
Well, yes, and then you can change your titles down below.
Okay. All right, so, and I've got all 6. I can just actually collapse this one now. I've got all 6 of my pages. I can look through them with you, right? And then on my own time, I can change this to, okay. Now,
so do you understand now we started pages 3 different ways. A blank page, we brought stuff into it. We started another blank page and copied some stuff over to it. And then we inserted our model image and we copied the model image to a duplicated page with nothing on it but the border and the title block.
does it matter that, say, site plan, site analysis plan, and functional diagram all show assignment 3? Do I have to update that to assignment 4?
No, because they're all part of assignment 3.
Okay, I was going to say, it's just the 2 new pages and I guess the title page, which doesn't have that at the bottom. So just these 2 should say assignment 4, and then what they actually are. And then maybe the correct date, which is March the 8th. Okay.
Right, there you are.
Okay. Good. So I can save this now as whatever, or just save it?
Your choice. You are saving things incrementally, I understand. So
yes, I'm actually going to call this sacred layout file.
Think about what you did, because you were copying and pasting the whole time is all you were doing, besides insert to get that model image on the page, which you've done before in assignment 3 and assignment 2 and assignment 1.
Okay. I like that neat little trick where you would go down and find that scale at the bottom menu. Was that in SketchUp or was that in Layout?
In Layout, you right-clicked on your model image and found scale. You can set your scale in SketchUp model, and that's what the lesson tells you. Or you can right-click, and we can do a whole bunch of things in right-click. The next thing that the lesson will tell you to do is how to hide that piece of tree that shines through your assignment 4 down there.
Okay.
And what it will require is drawing a rectangle to hide the line and putting a rectangle behind assignment
Okay.
4.
So that would be ordering it, right? Like sort of bring to
That's your
front or
order.
bring
So you
to
have to
back.
play with your order. So your model image should be at the far back.
All right. So model image should be at the far back. Can we try this?
Okay, so you right click on top of your model image.
Okay.
Make sure you're over
And-
top of a line or something, or
Okay.
something that's, no, that's
Oh.
not your model image.
So just right click on top of, okay. Oops. Right click somewhere. We're in layout, correct? Right click. Okay.
So you see where it says arrange
Yes.
and send to back.
Send to back. Okay.
All right. Now, if you draw a rectangle,
So I'll get my rectangle tool.
all right, and you can just draw it just a little bit above that horizontal line, but below the fence.
A little bit, sorry, above the horizontal line, but
Yes.
below the fence. So,
What you don't want in your drawings, and this is not SketchUp or Layout or anything. This is just landscape design, drafting, architectural engineering. You don't want your drawing to touch the border at any place.
okay.
So we're going to draw a rectangle starting just outside the tree.
I'm going to zoom a little bit. Okay, so starting here,
Sure.
there, okay. Maybe I should zoom a
So-
little bit more just so I can see it a little better. Okay, so then I can just draw like that and go down and,
And to your right,
yep.
just
And,
enough to cover all the parts of the tree that are outside that border, just from the inside. Okay, that looks about right.
okay, good.
When you unclick,
Okay,
now what you're going to have to do is hit your space bar
okay,
and click on that rectangle,
okay.
and in your
Shape style?
yep, take off
Fill.
stroke.
I'll take off stroke. Okay, so let's turn that off. There we go.
Okay, and in fill, you're going to want to change that from semi-transparent to solid.
So I'm going to go here, and opacity should be all the way up at 100.
And it should be white.
So we can go to snow.
I don't know, whatever white is. Can you? Okay. Now, you'll notice that it's covering other things up.
Yes, which
So
is not
what we need to
want.
do is several ways to do this, but the gist of it is what you want to do is you want to have your model image at the very back and that one right in front of it and everything else in front of that.
Okay.
So while it's selected, hold your shift key,
Okay, so while it's selected, hold shift
hold shift and click on your model image.
anywhere.
Always over top of a line of some sort.
Okay.
Okay. Now right click.
Do I keep holding shift down?
No.
Okay, right click.
Arrange,
Arrange. Okay.
send to back. So what you're doing is you're sending them both to the back with one in front of the other.
Okay.
Now, if you click in the gray space outside, notice that your tree is shortened,
Yes.
and your tricky little rectangle did that, and it is the second back thing in the order of things, and everything else is in front.
Okay.
Perfect.
Can we try it on the concept plan? Let's see if I get it. So first of all, I want to draw a rectangle, correct?
Okay.
So I'm going to make sure that it covers the outline of the tree. And it covers that stuff, and it goes a little bit above the border. Okay, so there's my rectangle. Then I have to select it, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So
You
let's try.
can't work on it unless you select it.
Okay, so oops, nope, didn't want that. So select it like, let's say I want to get out of that tool. Okay, so select it. And then I want to change the shape style of it.
Uh-huh.
So we want no stroke, and we want opacity to be 100%, and we want the color to be white.
Okay.
And then we have to click somewhere in the picture or in the main image. Right click, yes.
Not yet. You
No?
want to select it first.
Sorry, select which? The image? Okay.
Model
So-
image, yes.
So just click on it anywhere?
You have
Okay.
to hold shift, otherwise you've lost your selection for your
Rectangle.
rectangle.
Okay,
Now, so
so-
just holding shift, don't undo, just go
Okay.
hold shift and get your rectangle back.
Okay, so can I find it?
You can click in the middle of it because it's a face.
Okay, there we go.
So now you can right click on either one of those selected items.
Okay. And arrange,
Uh-huh.
send to back.
Yep.
Okay. And then I can click off in the gray.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, I just need to change my information here.
Yes.
And title, site analysis, functional diagram, concept, and finding plan. Now, I want this to be in the center of my screen so I can,
Okay, what you can do, see down at the bottom where it's 90%, 88%, the bottom right corner?
yeah,
Click in the right and go to zoom to page. Does
now
it
it's-
for you automatically. Yeah, you can do whatever you want. You are
Okay.
the boss and you're learning these things now. So now it's a matter of you being able to take these items called cut, paste, draw, erase, move, copy, and do the things you want to do.
Okay, so I think that's everything I have to do. Making a PDF is easy enough. I can do that. I've done it before.
Yep.
All I have to do now is make sure that page 5 and 6 show, the correct information written at the bottom. Is that correct?
That's right.
And then I upload the SketchUp file that I was working on, and I upload this, and I upload the PDF.
Yes,
Okay. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Ken.
very welcome. Bye
All
for
right,
now.
take care. Bye-bye.